Friends, let us understand the ideas communicated to us by coordinate geometry. Suppose there is a town and there is this boy in the town whose name is Akash and he wants to meet his friend Srini. He has to first travel on the road towards the east direction, and after that he has to travel north to meet his friend Srini, right? He has to travel about 10 units, let us say, along the east direction, and he has to travel 5 units along the north direction. So to deal with such situations, we introduce a coordinate system called the Cartesian coordinate system, which is basically a 2D grid. So this 2D grid has a number line going from west to east called the x-axis, going from negative x to positive x, and similarly it has another number line going from south to north perpendicular to the previous number line. Okay, so 0 0 denotes the origin of this coordinate system. The first 0 is for movement along the x-axis, whereas the second 0 is for movement along the y-axis. Okay, since both the movements at the origin are 0, it is denoted by 0, 0. Okay, now Srini's coordinate is 10, 5 because Akash, who's at 0, 0, has to move 10 units along the x-axis and 5 units along the y-axis to reach Srini's position. Okay, so similarly we can look at some other 2D points. You can look at the point B, which is 4 units along the x-axis and 3 units along the y-axis. Similarly, there is another point which is point M, which is -3, right? It's on the negative x-axis, -3 along the x-axis and 4 along the y-axis. We can look at another point which is L, which is -5 along the x-axis and -4, that is negative y-axis, -4 along the negative y. Okay. Similarly, there is another point S, which is positive along x-axis, that is +3, but along y-axis it's in the negative y position, which is -4. So this Cartesian coordinate system enables us to locate various points on our 2D plane. Okay, and there are some points which are along the one axis but not along the other. For example, this point D is 2 units along the x-axis, but there is no movement along the y-axis, so it is 2, 0. Similarly, the other point has no movement along the x-axis but 1 unit movement along the y-axis, so it is ZE, which is 0, 1. You have another point here which has -2 units movement along the x-axis toward the negative direction and 0 units along the y-axis. Similarly, there is a point G which is 0 along the x-axis and -2 along the y-axis. So friends, this is called the Cartesian coordinate system. It can locate any point on the 2D plane. Okay. Now if you see the red part of the picture, it's called the first quadrant. Why is it called the first quadrant? Because if you take any point in this quadrant, it's a ever expanding quadrant in the first quadrant. If you take any point in this quadrant, the x will also have a positive value and the y coordinate will also have a positive value. Okay, for example, B4, 3, both x and y are positive. To the left of it is the second quadrant. Here x will have negative value but y will have a positive value. Below left is the third quadrant. Here both x and y will have negative values. And then finally the fourth quadrant. Here x will have positive values but y will have negative values. Hi friends, hope you found the video fun and enjoyable. Please click the bell icon below and subscribe. Please like and share please. Also, if you need a one-to-one e-meeting with me or consultation, please contact me on the email that I have given below. Thanks friends, see you soon.